My eyes be looking green as fuck today. Hey, what's up guys? It's Mason. And today I'm doing a favorites video for favorite books of all time. I'm sure I'm going to read many more favorites in my life, but you guys don't actually really know my reading taste, so what better way to establish it than a favorites video. I think I have 11 books here, so I'll go from least to best, starting with a relatively recent read, The Binding by Bridget Collins. The writing was really good, and basically just everything, and then the ending kind of was unsatisfying, but it's still so worth it. Next is X Factor Investigations by Peter David. This series, this is a complete collection. It's pretty rare. I'm pretty sure this is one of the rare ones. I freaking love this series, and it just gets better. It just gets so much better. Don't get me started. Okay, some of you are gonna call me a massive dork for this, but Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I read this last September, so almost a year ago now. I read it in 17 days. Les Mis just means so much to me. I hyperfixated so hard. You can tell in one of my past sketchbook tours, I could not stop drawing the characters. The musical, I listened to that every minute of my life. I'm gonna be honest, I skipped most of Waterloo and the sewer bit. Next up is Titan's Curse, Percy Jackson. This is one of the first books that ever made me cry, at least when getting into reading. This one just hit hard. The Battle of the Labyrinth is a close competitor. Honestly, I feel these are tied. This next one is another sort of nostalgia pick, and that's The Outsiders by S.C. Hinton. This book just my entire grade got so into it. We read it in 7th grade, and they make a big thing out of it. They do dress up as a greaser and Soch Day. We watched the movie. It means so much to me. Even though on reread, the writing is for kids. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. My fan is on that is so embarrassing. I read it my junior year for school, and me and my best friend Avea, we have a YouTube channel together, subscribe. We both just love. We love the 1920s. We talk about the aesthetic of it all the time, and we definitely think Nick and Gatsby had a little something going on, you know what I'm saying. Another nostalgia pick, Amulet by Kazu Kobushi. I'm sorry. Got so sucked into this series when I was a kid. I used to go into my school library every day and ask the librarian, has the next book come out yet? Has the next book come out? And I would just reread the ones that were out over and over and over again. Me and my sister would read them together at the same time, and it was a big bonding for us. We both loved Misket. I recommend reading this even if you're a grown-ass adult. It is just so good. Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. This is probably my favorite Neil Gaiman book so far. I consider him my favorite author. I just love his writing. This is a surprise to no one. Prisoner of Azkaban. It's between this or Order of the Phoenix for my favorites. I remember as soon as I finished this, I was just hugging it. I just love Lupin so much. Anyone who knows me, this is not a surprise. Lord of the Rings, my all-time favorite series, even though it's technically one book, or was meant to be one book. Just read it and listen to the audiobook by that one guy. He did such a good job. It's literally like watching the movies. I'll link it in the description if I can find it. And finally, my favorite book. This is kind of embarrassing because this book blew the fuck up on TikTok. Not to sound like a cool hipster, but I read it before it was popular. That is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I love this book. It made me sob bad, and I'm not the only one. Everyone fucking bawls their eyes out to this book. I knew the original myth, and it still hit like a dagger. Honestly, I cried so much more reading this than I did reading A Little Life or something like that. No, bro. This hurt. Those are all my favorite books. I'm sure they're going to change so much over time the more I read. This is my TBR shelf. Hello, there's so many that I have to read. I hope you enjoyed this short little video of me explaining my favorite books, so maybe you have more of a sense if we have a similar reading taste, or if you're interested in any of them, please read them. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.